Hello students, welcome to Gyanbihar School of Education, Suresh Gyanbihar University. I'm Dr. Sonia Kaur Bansal and today I will be teaching you about the importance of life skills. The subject is employability skills. So students, it is very important to be well versed with the life skills. And what are the life skills? It is very important for all of us to understand because without life skills, we cannot survive properly in the life. And these are the basic skills that every student and teacher also must understand. Because without life skills, whatever the theoretical or practical knowledge you must be possessing, it would not be as much fruitful to you as you dreamed of it. So, the term life skills refers to the skills you need to make the most out of life. And any skill that is useful in your life can be considered a life skill. So, anything which is actually making your life easy and making your life a skillful, and you are actually living in a different skillful manner, that is called life skills. So there are some important and very small examples like tying your shoelaces, swimming, driving a car, using a computer. And for most of the people, using life skills is actually something they are having out of the box. So basic life skills helps you to understand the life in a very closer way. So broadly speaking, the term life skills is usually used any of the life skills needed to deal with well effectively with the skills of life or changes of life. The life is like that. There are many changes. Day-to-day changes are considered here. So this is how life skill is very important to understand for all of us as students. So if any skill that is actually making your any work very comfortable or smooth, that is your life skill. So let's understand it in a more elaborative way, and I hope all of you will listen this video lecture very attentively. So let's understand it, students. Life skill is a term used to describe a set of basic skills. So these are acquired through learning and or direct life experiences that enable all the individuals and groups to effectively handle issues and problems commonly encountered in daily life. So this is life, students, and in day-to-day life, we are having so many issues and so many problems and day-to-day problems to deal with. But it is amazing to see, and the researchers also reveal the findings that those who are very much comfortable with the necessary life skills, they handle the issues more effectively and in a more empathetic way. So learning through life experiences and enabling everyone around us in a comfortable environment, that's a great life skill. So in life skills, we include creativity, which is related to the original thinking, original ideas. Then critical thinking, creativity. Critical thinking leads to the step-by-step solution of any problem. So problem solving, decision making, the ability to communicate and collaborate along with personal and social responsibility that contribute to good citizenship. All essential skills for success in the 21st century, both for healthy societies and for successful and employable individuals, is very necessary. In the 21st century, students, it is really very challenging for everyone to survive and to communicate. So it is very important for everyone to learn the skills of how to deal with day-to-day problems, how to have a proper solution of any problem. how to make decision on a given situation, and how you will be well qualified, or how you will be well versed in communicating with other people on necessary topics. So to collaborate along with personal and social responsibility, that is really very commendable. So all essential skill for success in the 21st century, that is very needed. So it is really needed, students to be well versed in the life skills. So I again repeat that life skills are the life skills that are very important to live the life in a comfortable manner. So just understand that life skills is actually used to describe a set of basic skills acquired through learning and direct life experiences. Whatever the life is teaching to us, it is giving us experiences, and it is enabling any individuals or groups to effectively handling the issues in a day-to-day life, and then day-to-day professional life, student life. So it is very important for all of us to understand what are the life skills. So now let's discuss, students, that life skills touch upon on some basic issues and what they are. So first of all, that is real. They actually affect people's lives in topical way. You can find the difference among the people, those who are actually possessing the life skills and those who are not. Sometimes sensitive, they can affect people on a personal level also, especially when family or friends are involved. And often controversial, people disagree and hold strong opinions about them. So ultimately, they relate to what people think is right or wrong, good or bad, important or unimportant in this society. So this is how it is done. Now students, let's discuss why do we need to teach life skills to our students. Because life skill is a very important skill to live the life. And skills are itself very important in understanding the life. So to live your life comfortably and to use the skills to live the life is very understanding and required essential skill. Now, we all know that democracies need active, informed, and responsible citizens. Democracy means where there is government by the people, for the people. So, this is how democracy is very important. So, it plays an important role when all the people of the democratic country take equal part in that. So in that condition, democracy is something which needs actually very active citizens in that, and well-informed citizens, because unawareness will lead to problems only, and responsible citizens will actually solve the problems and create more learning experiences to themselves as well as to others around them. So we need such type of citizens who are willing and able to take responsibilities for themselves and for their communities and for contributing into the political process. So democracy depends upon citizens who, among other things, are really very important. So aware democracy depends upon the citizens who, among other things, are really very well aware of the rights and responsibilities of the citizens. It is important to be aware of our rights, but it would be more wise and more appropriate to be aware of our duties also. And citizens should be informed about social and political issues as well. They must be concerned about the welfare of others. They should not take anything for granted, whatever is given to them by the government, by the nature. So they should be well aware about the welfare of others. People must think about the welfare of their as well of others also. And in a democratic country, citizens must be able to clearly articulate their opinions and arguments about a particular situation, whatever they do have. So, capable of having an influence on the world, active in their communities, responsible in how they act as citizens. So, this is the thing that students, that we do need the life skills, and we need to teach to our young generation students to be well versed with the life skills, and what are the life skills they must be informed, because by the help of life skills only the students will be active, informed and responsible citizens. They will be able to know about their rights and responsibilities as citizens. They will be informed about social and political issues as well. So, concerns about the welfare of others, and they will be able to clearly articulate their opinions and arguments. They will be able to express their opinions, their thoughts and feelings towards something if they are actually responsible citizens. So this is the need of our, that we have to be very much aware about the life skills, which is going to make our life easy and comfortable, and in a very ethical way you will be leading a good life. Now students, one by one we are going to understand about the important life skills which our students must possess, or any individual must possess. So let's understand them one by one. Now, first very important life skill, that is self-awareness. Yes, it is very important to be aware of ourselves. Nowadays, this is the situation that where everyone is very curious to know about others. What my friend is doing, what my relative is doing, what my neighbor is doing. But are the people really aware about themselves? What are you doing? Or what you can do? Or what you can't do? What are the things that you are not taking care of? So, what type of character you are having? What type of personality you are having? So, what kind of weakness you possess? What type of strength you possess? So, these are some questions, students, that must be asked from yourself. So, this is how self-awareness is leading to an important life skills. And the researches are done on this, that those who are very much aware about themselves, about self, they better know about their strength, they better know about their weaknesses, and they are actually well versed with their own character. So this is how self-awareness means recognition of self. You know yourself first of all, and your own character. What type of character you are having. So our strengths and weaknesses, or likes and dislikes. So developing self-awareness can help us in recognizing when we are stressed or feel under pressure. So developing self-awareness is really helping us in understanding the life situations in a more proper way, in a more elaborated way. And when we are stressed sometimes, if we know about ourselves, we are readily, happily, we are actually in the situation. And we know about the tentative solutions also, as you know about your own personality. So it is often prerequisite to effective communication, when we are involving ourselves with the conversation with another people. So it is mandatory for all of us to be well uh, informed about other people also. But before being well informed about others, it is important to be well informed about yourself. So, students, I repeat that self awareness means recognizing of self. You have to know about yourself, how you assume your personality, your character, how you think that this is my strength and this is my weakness. In what way you are going to explain it? Just think about it. All right, so this is a basic, very basic important life skill, and if the person is ready to tell about self-awareness, ready to tell about himself, and the person is really very much aware about himself or herself, then the problems, whatever may come in day-to-day life or in professional life, they are easily going to be solved. So, for developing interpersonal relationship with your classmates, with your parents, with your teachers, it is really very essential for all of you to know about yourself first of all. So, I hope you have really understood that it is really very important to know about yourself. All right, students. Now, next is empathy. Yes, it is also the another very important life skill, and without which we cannot actually assume a better life. And it is actually the ability to understand what life is like for another person. We all know, students, that life is not same for everyone. And whatever may be the life we are having, maybe it is very comfortable, and maybe it is very of very good quality, and on the contrary also may not it be comfortable, or may not it be very happy one, which we all really belong to. But if we think about it very honestly, and if we think about it that life is not same for every people, so this quality, this life skill is very necessary for all of us to understand, because it is not only going to make us empathetic towards others, but also it will reduce our problems also. So if we want to be very empathetic towards others, so this will actually help us to accept the fact that everyone is not same. So this will actually increase your acceptance power also. So empathy can help to accept others who may not be really very different from us. So this can improve social interactions as well, especially in situations of ethnic and cultural diversity, students. So when we are actually living in a country where the people are of different culture, religion, and where there is diversity, lot of diversity in fact, and different cultures are there. Wherever we are living, we are not finding the same person as we are. We are not finding the same culture to which we belong to. So, it is very important to be empathetic towards others also. And this will really improve, if we are having this skill, this will improve our social interactions, especially in situations of ethnic and cultural diversity. We are understanding each other's point of views, cultures, traditions, and if we are empathetic, definitely we are going to be respectful towards them. So empathy can also encourage the adoption of a nurturing attitude towards people in need of care and assistance, or tolerance and understanding. So as in the case of people on whom they depend for support. So this is empathy, and it is a very good life skill that everyone must possess. That's why sharing and caring are taught in schools, so that students must know about each other, and they should develop an empathetic attitude towards each other. All right, students. Now, next life skill. Actually, these capacities do not develop unaided, they have to be learned. And moreover, while certain life skills may be acquired through our everyday experience in the work, in the home, or at work, they are not sufficient to subsequently equip citizens for the active role required for them in today's complex and diverse society. So, if citizens are to become genuinely involved in public affairs, then a more systematic approach towards citizenship of education is also essential. And being empathetic will include all these things. Now, students, let's understand how does training in life skills benefit young people, and then we will be understanding more life skills in continuation. So, just understanding this point in between, how does training in life skills benefit young people? So, students, it really helps the young people. It helps them to develop self-confidence and successful. And this is actually how it is working. So, students, just try to understand that if you are not taking care of others, so how others will take care of you? So, it is really very important to just take care of young mind as well, because life skills help them to develop self-confidence and successfully deal with significant life changes and challenges as well, such as bullying and discrimination. So when these type of happenings happen in the school environment or the college environment, so young people are dealing with them in a different way. And if they are actually aware about the life skills, they will be dealing it with more confidence, and they will be successful. So it gives them a voice at school, in their community, and in society at large. And life skills also benefit the students in a large way, as it enables them to make a positive contribution by developing the expertise and experience they need to assert their rights and understand their responsibilities, while preparing them for the challenges and opportunities of adult and working life. So this is how it is actually very, very important. So young mind must be trained with very good life skills if they want to live a successful life. All right, students. Now, try critical thinking. This is another important life skill that one must possess. And what is critical thinking? First of all, let's understand about it. So, critical thinking is the ability to analyze information and experiences in an objective manner. So, how you are taking the informations with you? In day-to-day life, there are many experiences, and the students are exposed to many kind of information, either it is related to their own country or to their world, and each information is giving them each experience in a very objective manner. So it can contribute to a healthy living by helping us in recognizing and assessing the factors that influence attitudes and behaviors, such as values, fears, pressures, and the media. So this is how it is very important to develop the life skill of critical thinking, because when you are actually developing this type of critical thinking, then you will be recognizing by your own what is right and what is good, what is the peer pressure and what is the media pressure. What is the another thing that is very important in your studies. So this is really very important life skill, students. And just remember that critical thinking does not develop overnight. It takes a lot of effort by thinking over on small things every day in plus minus perspectives and how the things are going to change anyone's behavior or anyone's situation. So this is about critical thinking. Now next students, we are going to understand about creative thinking. Yes, this is different. Critical thinking is actually involving us to recognize all the aspects. But creative thinking is really very different and very interesting. Have you ever thought that when doing something, you create your own idea for doing that particular thing? Or do you copy another person's idea just to complete the work? Just try to think over it. Or do you really think about it that when you do something, you do it in a very rigid way or you are flexible to add on or minus something which is not relevant, or maybe it is relevant. And this is actually leading to creative thinking. When you are actually trying to become little different from others, and it is really a novel way of seeing and doing the things in a different way. Basically, creative thinking consists of four main important components, students, which I am going to tell you. So first of all, it is fluency. Fluency means you are full of new ideas about anything, whatever the work you do, you are full of ideas. And it means that you are generating new ideas when you are supposed to do your assignment, your project, or any task. Maybe you are in the sport, maybe you are in creative task, maybe art and craft, or maybe dancing skills. You are creating your own ideas to perform the things in a better way. So this is a very good life skill as well, and it makes you different from others also, and to be successful in the particular field area which you have chosen. The next thing, next component I'm going to tell you about, that is flexibility. So shifting perspective easily. If you are very rigid, if you are very stubborn on something and you are very traditional in your way that you are not going to change, so that's not right in a way. And these things actually are not up to date with the situations or any situation which we are not comfortable cannot persist for so long. So flexibility is required, students, in that case, shifting perspectives. And it is actually making your own ideas very elaborated. Okay, so this is how the second component of creative thinking. Now the third component of creative thinking is originality. So originality means conceiving something new, very fresh. Whatever you are thinking has not been thought by anyone else. This is a very good life skill, students, and this is how the other people do the work differently. Then last component of four, that is elaboration, building on other ideas. It is not like that we are not accepting any others' ideas, but when we are accepting any others' ideas, you are going to elaborate it in your own way. You are going to apply it in your possible ways. You are going to elaborate it. So I repeat, the four components, very important components, that is, first is fluency, second is flexibility, originality, and elaboration. All right, students. Now, decision making. Yes, it's very important for students as well as teachers, and very good life skills. Just imagine, students, that you are a wonderful student, but you can't make decision at the right time. You are not able to decide what to do first and what not to do, and which is the thing most prior, and you have to do that. So decision making is a skill that is going to help us to deal constructively with important issues in our lives and take appropriate actions as well. It is really very important to make important decisions on time. If you skip them, then consequences may affect your life as well. So it is really very important. So it helps us to deal constructively with important issues in our lives and take appropriate actions. Sometimes some issues need immediate actions. And if you are not making the decisions by right time, then the results may be very dangerous or fatal for anyone's life also. Or in professional life, it may lose the opportunity. So, decision making teaches us how to be proactive in making decisions about our life in relation to a healthy assessment of the different options available and determining what effects these different decisions are likely to have. So, students, decision making is a very good life skill that you all must have. Now, next is problem solving. Problem solving is the highest, topmost level of thinking. When we talk about higher order of thinking skills, problem solving is found at the topmost. And if any person is not able to solve the day-to-day problems or any problems related to academic or any professional life, then it will create some uneasiness or uncomfortable environment around him or her. So problem solving skill is must to possess, as it helps to deal constructively with problems in our lives. So escaping from problem is little easy, but it is not good for life. So whenever you are having any problem, you just try to deal with them constructively. Constructively means that you have to look out some positive points in your problem and then how the problem has to be solved without harming anyone. So, significant problems that are left unresolved can cause mental stress as well. So, solving the problems is very important. Some of the people you may find, they just live in the problem, they don't try to solve the problem. So ultimately, if our problem is not solved, what it would lead to? It would definitely lead to mental stress and it will give rise to accompanying physical strain as well, which is not helpful, which is not good for life. So problem solving skill is really very important, students. Now, students, let's talk about interpersonal relationship skills, which are also very important skills to live a very good and happy life. So just try to understand that what are the interpersonal relationships. So interpersonal relationships are those relationships which we maintain with others in maybe it is with your peer groups, maybe it is with your society or any person you live around. So what this skill actually giving us? So it is helping us what would happen. So in that case, the person would be lacking with interpersonal relationship skills, and that will definitely give him to mental stress because it is a rule of the nature. If we are not thinking positively, then nobody is going to think about us in a positive way. And if we are thinking negatively, then negativity will actually come back to us. So this means being able to maintain friendly relationships with family, with friends, with colleagues, which can be of great importance source of social support. So it also means being able to end relationship constructively without bitterness and anger. So how long we can have the bitterness for a person or anger within us? It is really definitely going to harm ourselves only, not the other people. So students try to understand that interpersonal relationship skills are very important skills in anyone's life. Now, next deal with the next life skill, which is equally very important, that is effective communication. Yes, very important. If you are keeping your thoughts, ideas, feeling within yourself and you are not actually very much expressive, how can you think that people are going to understand you? And if people are not going to understand you, or maybe vice versa, if you are not understanding the other people, how will the everyday's day-to-day task will be completed? So it means that we have to be very good in effective communication. Your communication should be of like that you are doing it in a very effective way. As communication means conveying your own ideas and messages to other person and receiving and decoding them as well. So it means that we are able to express ourselves clearly, very effectively, both verbally plus non-verbally, in ways that are appropriate to our cultures and situations and with the persons we are dealing in everyday situations. So this means being able to express our opinions and desires and also our needs and fear. So it also means that being able to ask for advice and help in time of need. Just imagine students, if you are not asking for help, if you are really in need, then how will your problem will solve? So effective communication is very necessary if you want to be successful in life. And this is a basic life skill that you must possess. Yes, now this is very beautiful life skill and everyone nowadays is suffering from stress. So coping with stress is really very necessary. So what is stress? Stress is something that is giving you a psychological uncomfortness, discomfort, and you are not actually in a very good, happy phase. So it means recognizing the source of stress in our lives. If you are feeling stressful, if you are feeling mentally stressful, physically stressful, so just try to find out from where this stress is coming out. And just try to find out, recognize that how this stress is affecting your life. And also just give a thought, critical thinking, and that in what ways this stress can be reduced or can be controlled. So acting in ways that help us control these levels of stress by changing our environment or lifestyles and by learning how to relax. There are many people we have seen that they are working day and night without taking care of their health or without just taking care of what about their family members. So ultimately it leads to stress, students. And for a good life, it is really very advisable to learn to cope with stress and what are the causes of your stress and how you are going to deal with the stress in an effective way. All right, students. Now next, dealing with emotions. Yes, this is a very important life skills, dealing with emotions. Emotions are very important in life. And emotions means that comes from Latin word immover. It means to stir up. It means whatever you are feeling, it is coming out in the form of your behavior, and you are just showing that through your behavior. That is your emotion, because your ideas are stirred up and it is coming out in your behavior. You are feeling happy, maybe you are dancing, so that is your emotion. You are sad, so your face is sad. You are showing up the characteristics of being sad. So it means that recognize your emotions first of all. How do you react in certain way? How do you react with other people in certain situations? Is it right or is it wrong? Or what type of emotions must be expressed and what type of emotions must be avoided? You may take it in the reference of your workplace or maybe at your study place, anywhere. So it means recognizing our emotions as well as those of others as well. It is not like that we are only giving importance to our emotions only. Maybe you are happy, but at the same time, your friend is not happy because he or she might have met with an accident. And the emotion is entirely in contrast. So understand, be empathetic with others also. So being aware of how emotions influence behavior, really it is very important life skill. And you have to be able to respond emotions appropriately. If someone is showing his or her love to you, how you should respond? You deal with emotions. Learn to deal with emotions is very important. Intense emotions are there, like anger or sadness can have an effect on our health if we do not respond to them appropriately. So dealing with emotions is something that must be done in a very careful environment and with careful thought. Because if we are possessing the emotions, it is not like that the other person is not possessing. So equally he is also possessing that. So deal with your emotions in a very efficient way. Now students, let's discuss about some more life skills and sub skills as we have discussed. So there are more like critical thinking, analyzing, planning, communicating, interacting, negotiating, personal choice, listening, valuing, problem solving. So these are the life skills, students, that are really very necessary to possess. Then learning activities. Learning to learn. What are the activities that must be learned? These are also included in life skills, like interactive activities. How do you interact with people? How do you interact with your classmates, with your staff, with your colleague? That's really very important. Then creative activities. How do you see the different activities in a creative way? For example, there is a dance competition in your school, and how you are going to do it in a creative way, in a solo dance way or group dance way, and how the props are going to be used, what kind of theme you are going to use. So everything must be done in a very creative way. Then third thing is about learning to appreciate activities. Yes, appreciating others is an important thing, but many people do not do this. And just try to do that, students. Just try to do that. If you start appreciating others, it will really give happiness to the person to whom you are appreciating. But it will double give you happiness because you have appreciated someone. It will give you peace of mind as well. And decision-making activities must be done in the schools, where the students are free to make some decisions. They are forced to take some decisions on required situation. So timely responding, decision-making activities must be learned by the students. Now there are some interactive activities, students, that you must have a look on them, like group work, peer teaching, discussion, games, dance, playground, debate, excursions, school visits, role play, drama games, communications, games. And in games, students learn beautifully. They learn how to conflict the solutions, resolutions, assertiveness, negotiation, how to do that. And then meetings, play, recreation, and outdoor adventures pursuits. So these are beautiful interactive activities as well. Now there are some creative activities also like play street theater, improvisation, colleges, pictures, poems, simulation games, mimes, dance, gymnastic, sequencing games, diagrams, problem solving, and surveys. Now, learning to appreciate activities, and there are many activities which you can organize for your students in which they will learn to appreciate others. These are reviews, reports, group work, sensory experiences which are related to testing and listening as well. Then literature, rating scale, self-assessment, peer assessment, values clarification, media analysis, interviews, surveys, experiment, diaries, observation of performance, ideas, audios. These are the beautiful ways where the students are actually learning to appreciate others also. Decision making activities, moral dilemmas, open ended stories, discussions, question answer sessions can be organized, values, continuums, obstacle courses, team strategies planning, problem solving, and being hypothetical, skills, practices, group, pair work, action plan, flow chart, timelines, research, situation analysis, plays, trial and error, values and clarification, conflict resolution. These are the activities which will enable the students to make decisions timely. Now students, let's understand the importance of life skills in a constantly changing environment. Having life skill is an essential part of being able to meet the challenges of everyday's life. So the dramatic changes in global economies over the past 5 years exactly, have been matched with the transformation in the technology, and these are all impacting on education, the workplace, and our home life. So to cope with the increasing pace and change of modern life, students need new life skills such as ability to deal with stress and frustration. So today's students will have many new jobs over the course of their lives with associated pressures and need of flexibility. So this is considered really very important when we are discussing the importance of life skills. So let's understand the life skills importance and benefits for the individual. So in everyday's life, the development of life skills helps students to number one, find new ways of thinking and problem solving. Then recognize the impact of their actions and teaches them to take responsibility for what they do rather than blame others. And then build confidence both in spoken skills and for group collaboration and cooperation. Analyze options, make decisions, and understand why they make certain choices outside the classroom. Then developing a greater sense of self-awareness and appreciation for others. This is really a very good benefit for the individual if we develop good life skills among them. Then let's see the benefits of life skill for employment. So while students work hard to get good grades, many still struggle to gain employment. According to research, employers are looking not just to academic success, but key employability skills including the ability of self-management, solving problems, understanding the business environment, working well as part of team, time and people management, agility and adaptability to different roles and flexible working environments, the potential to lead by influence. Then let's have a look on benefits of society also. The more we develop life skills individually, the more these affect and benefit the world in which we live. So recognizing cultural awareness, citizenship makes international cooperation very easier. Respecting diversity allows creativity and imagination to flourish, develop a more tolerant society. Developing negotiation skills, the ability to network and empathize can help to build resolution rather than resentments. So these were the benefits for society. Now students, MCQs time, and just try to think over these questions related to life skills. So, which of the following is not an example of good citizen? So, concerned only about personal interest, following rules and regulations of civilized society, keeping the surroundings clean, helping others. Correct answer is concerning about a personal interest. Question 2 is related to which one of the following statement is not true? I mean not true. So A is communication is a process by which information is exchanged between individuals. Hurting others is a bad habit. It's okay to share your toothbrush, keep bathroom doors closed where not in use. So the correct answer is, of course, it's C. It's not okay to use anybody's toothbrush because it can impact more than just your oral health, as it's not uncommon for people's gums to bleed when they brush their teeth. So this is really unhygienic. Which of the following is not an example of a good citizen? So it's about concerned only about personal interest, following rules and regulations of a civilized society, keeping the surroundings clean, helping others. Correct answer is A, concerned only about personal interest. Which one of the following statement is not true? So the options are communication is a process by which information is exchanged between individuals. Yes, it seems to be true. It is okay to share your toothbrush. No, it's not true. So this is the correct answer. Now students, these are some references for your more study purpose, and I really hope that you are going to study more about your life skills and you will develop life skills. So students, this was about today's lecture, and I really hope that you have learned very nicely about the life skills. Just remember students that your theoretical and practical knowledge will enable you to get a good job, but your life skills will be helping you to be successful in your job. So it's really very important students. So I hope you have enjoyed my lecture. See you in the next class. Till then, take care, stay safe and stay happy. So students, see you in the next class.